One thing that's common that we all struggle with is the death of a child. And I remember my first incident with the death of a child. The woman lived right across the street from where I grew up at. I mean, my grandmother still lives in that house to this day where I grew up at and in West Philadelphia. And this woman had rolled over on her maybe 1 or 2 month old baby while she was sleeping and suffocated the baby. And I had less than a couple months on the job, and to be right there at that place that I knew, with family that I've seen before and spoken to before, and to see them going through that anguish, and I'm holding that baby, and this baby is, I mean, purple, bluish, and I'm giving CPR to the baby and just trying to bring some type of life back to this child. And the medics came, and we're almost fighting over the baby because I don't want to let don't want to let this baby go at this time. And man, I remember that emotion. I had just had my son not long before that, and my son was a little bit over a year old. So I really was able to empathize with that family, and I mean, for months, and even talking about it now, I still get a little emotional about it because it was. I don't think you ever get over the death of a child when you're involved in that situation, and we've seen children be shot and killed, and we've seen, we've held babies while they've died in our arms, and it's something that really bothers the police officer. But the culture of policing is you deal with these situations and you move on. It's such a like a macho culture, and you have to be tough, and it almost, in a sense, almost dehumanizes you while you're on the job sometimes, and we get jaded sometimes dealing with these situations because we're trying to protect our emotions. And I think that if we give some of this stuff to God as opposed to trying to deal with the burden on our own, or mask that emotion and replace it with toughness, I'll call it, or bravado or whatever, I think that a lot of us would be better off dealing with some of these situations because we know that we're not in it alone.